welcome to Eureka Math. This is Module 2 and we are working on Lesson 8. Our objective today is to fluently multiply multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm and using estimation to check for reasonableness. So we've been multiplying for 3 lessons now, and instead of using area models and instead of estimating, we are just going to use the standard algorithm multi-digit multiplication. Okay, so let's go right to the problem set. And write your name on your paper. Okay, so first we're going to estimate, right? So that means we're going to use some rounding and find a number that seems reasonable and close for our answer. Then after we find the answer, we're going to see if it's similar, and if it is similar, then we can reasonably assume that we have the right answer. If it's completely different, then you may have done something wrong. So we're going to have to go back, okay? So 213 times 328. So I'm going to round down to the nearest hundreds. And that's 200 and 300. And 2 times 3 is 6, right? There's the 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, okay? So I'm looking for an answer that's going to be close to 60,000, probably more than 60,000 because we rounded down on both numbers. But within an area that's going to seem reasonable. So let's start with the first one. I'm going to multiply the ones first. So 8 times 3 is 24. Carry the 2. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Okay, those were all the ones, right? Now I'm going to multiply times the tens. Here's the tens, right? So I need to add that 0 because I'm multiplying the tens. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, and now I have the hundreds. So 2 zeros because I'm doing the hundreds, right? And 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, now that I have all of those numbers multiplied, I've multiplied the ones and the tens and the hundreds. I'm going to add in a straight row. 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 6 plus 0 is 6. 7 plus 2 is 9 plus 8 is, plus 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 4 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. And 6 right there. Okay. So 69,864. I estimated 60,000, but I knew that that number was going to be less than the actual number because we rounded down. So I actually think that 69 is probably pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. Okay, let's try this one. Here I'm going to round to the nearest hundreds, but this time I'm going to round up. So my estimate is going to be much higher than the actual number. Okay, so I'm going to round that to 700. And this to 400. And 7 times 4 is 28 with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Okay, so 280,000, but remember I rounded up, so my actual answer is probably going to be less than that number, right? So let me stack my numbers. And I'll multiply the ones first. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Then the tens, so I add a single 0. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 6 is 42 plus 1 is 43. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 4 is 46. Then the hundreds place, so add 2 zeros. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18, carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. And now I'm going to add in a straight line 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carry the 1 is 2, is 8 is 16. Carry the 1 is 14. Carry the 1 is 46,264. That is less than my estimation, which is what I was expecting. But still, it's 6 digits. It starts with a 2. Seems reasonable to me. Okay. Now I'm going to estimate again, and I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth. So that would be 700 times 400, which I just did before, right? And that came out to 280,000. But this time I rounded down my numbers, so my actual answer is going to be more than 28,000, right? So stack those numbers, multiply the ones first. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 7 is 14. Now the tens, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 7 is 14. Now the hundreds. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 7 is 28. Plus 1 is 29. And my answer is 4, 10, 9, it's 19. 1 is 6, is 15. 1 is 400. Wait a minute. What did I do wrong here? Okay. I came up with something very different, 45,904. So I know that that is probably not the right answer because I was looking for a number that was going to be bigger than 280,000. So let's go back and see where I made my mistake. And this is a happy accident, so we can practice checking our work, okay? So I'm going to do the ones again. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, that's the same. Then 20 times the same number would also be 14640. Okay, and now the hundreds, 0, 0. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. That's where I messed up. I think I might have written it in there and then it got away from me. Then 1, 28, 29. That is exactly what happened. You know how sometimes when I write words and then they get erased right away? Pretty sure that's what happened. But it's good because now I can see what I did. And I'm going to have to carefully add this time. I'll go to a darker color. 4, 0, 0 is 4. 6, 4, 0 is 10. Plus 1 is 5 is 10. 19, carry the 1. Okay, now be careful. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 7, 8. Now carry the 1 here. And I've got 1, 2, 9 is 9, 10, 11. Carry the 1 is 3. There we go. 318,904. That is bigger than 280,000, which is what I was expecting, and it has the same number of digits. So that was a little bit of a happy accident, checking our work and seeing what we did wrong. All right, next one. I'm going to round this one down to 800, and this one I'm going to round up to 500. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Count your zeros correctly. 400,000, so let's see what we get. 807 times 491. And 1 times 7 is 7, 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 8 is 8. That's the ones. Now the nines. 9 times the 0 first. 9 times 7 is 63. Carry the 6. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 6 is 6. And 9 times 8 is 72. Now the hundreds, 2 zeros. 4 times 7 is 28. Carry the 2. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. And 4 times 8 is 32. And then add 7. 3, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Carry the 2 over here. That's 6, 9, 3. 396,237. That is pretty darn close to 400,000. So that estimation really helped us there. Good. Oh, look at this, 4 digits. All right, we got this. Let's see. Should we round to the nearest 1,000? Or would you like to stay rounding to the nearest hundreds? We might as well go to the nearest 1,000 for that one, I think. So that would be 4,000. And this would be 7,000, or 700, sorry. Rounded that up, rounded that up. 4 times 7 is 28. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 2,800,000. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to need to write a little bit smaller on this one. 3, 5, 0, 2, 6, 5, 6. And I'm going to multiply by the ones first. So 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, 21. Okay. Now the tens, add a 0. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. Wait a minute. There we go. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 3 is 15. 16, 17. Okay. Now the hundreds, so 2 zeros. Now that's not a 0 we put there. That was the 0 we got from 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so don't worry. I didn't accidentally add another 0. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 8 is 3 is 18. 19, 20, 21. And 2, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 2, 2. My estimate was 2,800,000, and what I got was 2,297,312. I'm going to say that that's probably reasonable because this huge gap here with 500, right? That was a lot. Okay, next one. 4,000 times 700. Same answer again. 2,800,000. Okay, but this time we rounded down, so our answer should actually be more than 2,800,000. Okay. 4,390 times 741. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. The tens place, add a 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 9 is 36. Carry the 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 13, 14, 15. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Okay. Now the hundreds place, 2 zeros. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 9 is 63. Carry the 6. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 6 is 27. Carry the 2. 7 times 4 is 28, 29, 30. Okay. Are you noticing all these math facts? I hope you know your math facts. I hope you've been practicing them. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I got 3,252,990, which I knew it was going to be more than 2.8 million. I knew it was going to be more than that because we rounded down. So that seems reasonable to me as well. Okay, next one. 500 times 2,000. How are your rounding skills, by the way? Are we doing okay with that? Kind of want to let you just do these last ones on your own, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to estimate a million because 500 times 2,000 would be a million. And let's see what we get. I'm going to put the 4-digit number on top because that makes my life easier. Okay, and the ones place is a 0, so that's easy. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now the tens. Add my 0. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22, carry the 2. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. Now the hundreds place, 2 zeros. 5 times 5 is 25, carry the 2. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37. Carry the 3. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. And 5 times 2 is 10. Okay. And then add. Yep, 1,099,750. Pretty close to 1 million. Reasonable estimate. Next one, 4,000 times 600. Okay. And that would give me 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Lots of practice here. They're giving you guys lots of practice. That's good. That's good. Okay. So ones first. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 4 is 12. Now the tens, which is 0, so that's 0, 0, 0, 0. That one was easy. And now the hundreds. 4 times 6 is 24. Carry the 2. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 6 times 0 is 0, and 6 times 4 is 24. And we have 2, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 2. That was pretty darn close. Look, 2,400,000. We had 2,414,412. Very close right there. Okay, and here I'm going to estimate, and I'm going to actually round this up to the nearest hundred, which is 10 hundreds, which is actually 1,000. And this goes down to 1,000, so that's going to be 3,000. And 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So 3 million is our estimate. Let's see what we get. Again, when I stack these, I'm going to put the 4-digit number on top, because remember in multiplication we can multiply in any order. So if I want to put the 3,105 on top, I can, which is a wonderful thing about multiplication. Division, you can't flip around like that. Subtraction, you can't flip around like that. But multiplication and addition, you can. So, ones first. 7 times 5 is 35, carry the 3. 7 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Now the tens place, add a 0. 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 8 times 1 is 8, and 8 times 3 is 24. Now the hundreds place. 9 times 5 is 45, carry the 4. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 9 times 1 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. And then add all those together, and I get 5, 3 is 11, 16, carry the 1 is 10, 14, carry the 1 is 7 plus 9 is 16, carry the 1 is 8, 9, 10, carry the 1 is 3 million. What did I say my estimate was? 3 million. 3,064,635. Great. That was a lot of multiplication, but you can do it. Okay? Number 2. Each container, by the way, if you're still struggling with multi-digit multiplication, please come see me. Please. Before the mid-module exam. Okay? Because we need to get that sorted out before the next quiz. Number 2. Each container holds 1 liter and 275 milliliters of water. How much water is in 609, so we're going to take this whole thing, times 609 identical containers? Find the difference between your estimated product and your precise product. Okay, so 1 liter, 275 milliliters actually would look like this, 1.275, right? And 609 containers. Now we're going to estimate. They're throwing these decimals in here at you. I suppose instead of using decimals, we could use milliliters, right? So instead of 1 decimal, 275 milliliters, we could just use 275 milliliters. I think that's what we'll do. And that means that my estimate would be 1,000 milliliters. See, I had to convert this liters to milliliters. Times 600 containers. And that would make my estimate 6 plus 5 zeros. All right, so 600,000. Okay, so I'm going to take my 1 liter and 275 milliliters, because 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. And I'm going to multiply it by 609. So this is important. You know that 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. And 1,000 milliliters plus 275 milliliters is where I got that number, right? We just converted from liters to milliliters, and then we added, okay? So just making sure you knew where that came from. And now I'm going to multiply and see how much I get. Okay, and then I'm going to find the difference between my estimated product, which is 600,000, and my precise product, which is what I'm going to find right now. 9 times 5 is 45, carry the 4. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 4 is 64, 65, 60, 67, carry the 6. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 6 is 24, carry the 2. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 2 is 11. Okay. Now the tens place, which is a 0, so that's easy. 0, 0, 0, 0. And the hundreds place, which is 2 zeros to start, and then 6 times 5 is 30, so I'm going to put another 0 for my 30. These are done, and I'm going to put a 3 here. 6 times 7 is 42. Is that right? 36. Yes. 42 plus 3 is 42, 43, 44, 45. Carry the 4. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4 is 13, 14, 15, 16. Carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Okay. And 5, 7, 4, 6, 7, 7. So there is a difference. The actual estimate was bigger, which makes sense because we rounded that down, and we also rounded that down, right? So now I'm going to find the difference. So 776,475 milliliters minus 600,000 1,000. Easy. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 0 is 7. 4 minus 0 is 4. 6 minus 0 is 6. 7 minus 0 is 7. And 7 minus 6 is 1. That's my difference. Did I answer the question? Each container holds 1 liter, 275 milliliters of water. How much water is in 609 identical containers? Find the difference between your estimated product and your precise product. There it is. Okay, number 3. Number 3. A club had some money to purchase new chairs. After buying 355 chairs at $199 each, there was $1,068 remaining. How much money did the club have at first? Okay, good question. So they multiplied 355 times 199, and they came up with a number that we don't know, right? Well, we will know it soon. So let's find that first, okay? So first of all, how much did they spend? Right, so we're going to multiply this. So I'm going to stack those underneath it like that. And I'm going to erase this right here. 9 times 5 is 45, carry the 4. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 4 is 49, carry the 4. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 4 is 31. Then the tens, 9 times 5 is 45, carry the 4. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 4 is 9, carry the 4. And 9 times 3 is 27, plus 4 is 31, which makes sense because we just multiplied 90 instead of 9 times the number. And finally the hundreds place, which is easy, 5, 5, 3. Now add those. 5, 14, 11, 16, 4, 9, 10, carry 1 is 7. Okay, so they spent $70,645. Okay, and after they spent that money, they had $1,068 left. So how much did they have to start with? Well, that's easy. We're just going to add those two numbers together, and that's going to tell us how much they started with, right? They started with $71,713. Okay. Great. All right, multiplication. Yay! Let me know if you're struggling with this, please. All right, have a good day.